How are you doing? Hi there, my name's Darren. The reason why I've got to be pending a little bit like this, like everyone else tonight, I've got ADHD, so it can look like I can be dancing to you. But if you have your 3D glasses, put them on now, I will appear slower to you. Okay? Okay, that's your first warning. A little bit about myself. My spirit animals are Godzilla or the Tasmanian Devil. I know what you're thinking, great movie stars. Also the name of extremely popular sex toys. Take from that what you will, please. Okay? What else can I say? I'm the sort of person, so I've had to come out 3 times in my life. Come out as gay, obviously, hey! Come out as ADHD, hey! And more recently, I had to come out as a stand-up comic. And out of the 3, it's been the last one I've got more, ooh, are you sure? Are you that funny? And I'm sort of thinking, I'm gay and ADHD, that equals comedy genius, right? That's where I'm sort of going with that. Obviously, we're in January right now. To me, though, this is halfway through the year. So my calendar is September to Pride. Okay? So that's how my sort of year sort of goes. But I know what you're thinking. After Pride, we have that couple of weeks where it's just, but the shame of Pride. Because for me, did we enjoy Pride last year? With Queen Bitch here, yeah? Yeah. Oh, literally. I was so excited. Friday night, bushy tail wasn't the word. Got home Tuesday morning. Literally, I felt like Doctor Who. Not that I was a hero, but I've been pummeled by that many Cybermen that literally, I had to regenerate. At one point, I was even going to sacrifice to the supernatural just to get rid of my come down. Because after 5 days of just being a bit sleazy, that's just the sort of way it sort of went. But as a Brighton gay, I feel like my duty to shag as many people as possible at Pride. So I want them to come back next year. I'm thinking of the economy, I'm thinking of all you lot, literally, if you're making money, hey, I'm just trying to do it for you guys. Speaking of the supernatural, we've got any Buffy fans in the house? Woo! Oh my god, my hyper focus for this reboot. Why is she wearing that red dress? Who's Nova? Oh my god. See, Buffy, if there's ever going to be a Marvel film about my life, it would start with literally me at 14, walking past my parents in the front room, then my mum goes to my dad going, I don't think he is. He likes Buffy. Not realised I was upstairs furiously masturbating to Angel. David Boreanaz, that was his name. He was that sort of guy that literally you'd look at him and think he'd die for you. He'd say he loved you. He'd also spit in the face, literally, which you just ADHD. Demolishes your back door. But you know that you hear the expression, it's like never work with animals or children. Do you know what I discovered? Never watch their sex tapes. Literally, 4 years ago, the David Boreanaz wank tape came out. I was so excited. I got a bath bomb from Lush. I bought some proper lube. I thought, that was the night. Me and Angel were going to come together. Got all ready, switched it on. Do you remember the raptors in Jurassic Park? Devastated. Literally, the whole wanking career was over in that moment. Never watched the sex tapes. But from Pride though, I sort of thought to myself, I after Pride, you had those 3 weeks of shame. I looked at some of the messages I sent, some of the videos I fucking sent, and at one point some of the fucking voice messages I sent, and I sort of thought to myself, okay, maybe I'm, going to try and date and find a bit of love. So I joined a gym, trying to take it seriously. I've invested in a trainer. He's very Italian, very hot. And he says to me in the sessions, he goes, Allura, Allura, Allura. I think he was complimenting me. Apparently that's Italian for get your arse in gear. But then he says to me, he says, stop whining, you little bitch. I think, what's that in English? It's worth every penny, every fucking penny. But obviously I'm a bigger guy, I'm in the gym, I have some anxiety, so I play this game. It's called Cum Face or Gym Face. Okay? And this is my favourite guy, right? He goes like this, he goes, choo, 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 choo! I call him the runaway train. Without that bravado, he's the sort of guy who's going to dribble on your face at the end of the night. Okay? And the other thing I don't quite get in there, I look at a lot of straight guys in there. It's like I don't understand. Why are they all trying to get juicy asses at the moment? It's like, why does it... If you can answer that question. It's like, why do you need it? It's like, are you trying to elevate yourself in a social standing? It's like, it's queer baiting, quite frankly. It's queer baiting. Us gays just don't know where to look in the gym. And God forbid if we do look, a straight guy's ass should be like a flat packer waiting to be assembled. All the bits are there, and if it's in the box, you can use it as a coffee table. And I don't think... And obviously, I made press to find love. I re-downloaded Grindr. The welcome message I got was back again. Nothing's changed. It is you, slag. And I thought, okay, so I've really put myself out there. I've gone for coffee. I've gone for drinks. I've gone for dinner. Dog walking, sometimes with actual dog. Literally, I've gone to evening classes. Group sex up to 9 men. I'm putting myself out there in their places. But this is where, me being gay, I think one of the most important things I have myself is my chosen family. And it's those people I sort of go to and think, okay, I need some advice. So my first sort of part of my family sort of said to me, is like, if you ever ask for feedback, I thought, fuck that. Literally, an Uber driver can call you a cunt and you pay them to do that. It's just like, why would you do that? And then another sort of friend said, if you tried asking questions. So I met this guy, he was really nice, we were sort of getting on quite well, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. I said, hey, so you from around here? Do you grow up here? The look of disgust I got. Apparently that's not the great question to ask when getting sucked up at 3 AM at Duke's Mound. But I think I tried to do that, And then another sort of friend went, maybe just rubbish at picking up signals. So I was in Morrison's recently, walking around, I was in my trolley, sort of, hey. And there's a sort of guy came up next to me, and I looked at him and thought, okay, quite hot. Thought nothing of it. Went round the corner, again, guy was straight there. I thought, okay, cool. But the third aisle, I sat and thought, well, fuck it, I'm going to go give him my number. Store security, he was undercover store security, he thought I was on the rob. And when he sent me his nod pictures later on that night, I thought, I can't entertain this. The trust is already not there, so I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. And so I speak to my wife a lot. And so every gay man needs a good wife, And I'm not talking about a feminine man that's what I call my wife, we've been together about 13 years. We're not technically married, but it's a sense of I love and support her. She loves and supports me. She calls me a prick and puts me in my place. I don't answer back. We don't fuck. And we have a great relationship. And this is how much this girl has my back, right? So let's go back to that Pride, okay? Literally, I kicked some slag out at 1:30. I sat and thought, I ain't quite arrived yet, so I'm grinding, trying to find somewhere else. And by about 3 AM, I sort of thought, okay, I nodded off. 5:05, I wake up to a text message going, Darren, what are you doing? Check your WhatsApp. See, I took my nod pictures to my WhatsApp story. And if there isn't true love that someone says to you, sort it out. It's the best thing, but she worries for me, especially when I'm dating, when I'm grinding, and she sort of says, she goes, Darren, for fuck's sake, one day he's going to be a fucking serial killer. Now I've weighed this up. I don't just want to kill me. I'm okay with that. It's like we'd have that film. Do you remember that film, The Purge? I let him out once a year to kill someone. We'd have a great relationship. Toxic people would be removed from my life. And it's like, oh my God, it's like, what's the worst can happen? He gets 12 years for murder. Open relationship! But the cherry on the cake would be we'd have an ITV special, right? He'd be played by David Tennant, I'd be played by Sheridan Smith! It would be a award-winning role for horror through the glory hole. Then I just sit there and think, oh, for fuck's sake, Darren, literally, I'm paying some Italian guy just to be their bitch. I'm in weird places at weird times of the night, so I'm gonna fucking shit serial killer. And I think to myself, fuck, Grindr was right. It really is me. Guys, thank you. Thank you very much.